All right, so I want to share something with you guys that I talked about today on my live, but I also want to share something that just came to me right before I press record. And that is sometimes I think we feel as though survival mode, healing, things that other people have said, our experiences and everything, it shapes our life, right? It shapes what type of life we have, what we're able to accomplish, what we're not, how far we go, whether we're poor, middle class, wealthy, whatever it might be, right? And we're like, because I was raised this way, because it wasn't easy, because I lack support, because of my relationships, because. But before I pressed record, I was thinking about this and I was like, man, it's so funny how everything else is the reason why. But what if it was something as simple as your mind? Just a simple mindset shift that could change your reality, that can change all those things. Even if you haven't done the years of healing, even if you haven't done all that type of stuff, like, and also my perspective on healing has changed. I have been that person that felt like I was healing for years and years and years. In fact, I wrote a book about it, The Time I Had to Die. And it's a series because after I've been through that experience, I experienced another experience and then another one. I was like, oh my freaking gosh. Does it ever end? Does healing ever end? Does struggle ever end? Does survival mode ever freaking end? And I went through that experience and I was like, I got to share this with people because people have got to understand these things end when we say. These things end when we make the choice. These things end when we take action, when we decide to remove all the old stuff, when we decide to just do something else, do something different, change your mindset. The mind is so important when it comes to all this stuff. I have heard about people that didn't take or all the time that I took with healing and going through my childhood experiences. And I'm not saying that's not important. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm actually not trying to convince you of what to do or not to do. I just thought it would be cool to share something that I just thought about before I pressed record. And that was simply, wow, we can blame everything else, but the one thing that we have control over, right? We don't have control over when we were a child and people did certain things. We didn't have control over somebody supporting us or not. We don't have control over some the relationships not working out in a certain way with that person. We don't have control over certain things, but the one thing we have control over is the one thing that a lot of us don't even think about or don't focus on. What if we use the amount of time that we took to heal ourselves from our childhood experiences? What if we took that amount of time and we used that amount of time to work on our mind? I promise y'all, I didn't even have, like, I'm talking about the mind today, but I was like, dang, what if we use that same amount of time, those 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, people been like, I've been healing forever, all this time to just only focus on our mind, to just only question, is my mind building me or is it breaking me? Y'all, because day by day, every thought that you have, it is either building you or breaking you, and you got to know the difference. Because I feel like personally, and for me, I have been a person that's been trapped in my mind for so many years, just so many years of overthinking, so many years of questioning things, so many years of trying to figure out why this, why that. I need to understand before I can move forward. I need to, then once it graduated from understand, it was, I need to understand. I need to overstand. I need to understand why this person did this. I need to understand why that situation didn't work out. I need to understand why it is that that I'm not further than I want to be. I need to understand why things seem like they're moving slower. I need to understand why the reality that I thought I was creating for myself hasn't showed up. I need to understand what I need to do, right? All this type of stuff. And then I realized something simple, and I'm like, the mind is a powerful thing. The one thing that we can control is the one thing that we let everybody else control. We put in everybody else's hands, whether it's through what we watch, what we listen to, what somebody else says, the videos that we watch, all the other things, the books that we read, our past experiences, things other people said. Those thoughts in our minds sometimes aren't even our own. It might be something that somebody said to you that really sat with you. It resonated in some way, maybe not entirely, but you were shocked by the fact that somebody said that to you, and you keep rehearsing that same thing in your mind. Either you're not good enough, or something is your fault, or whatever it might be. Rehearsing that thing. If somebody says something about what career choice you want to choose, what you want to do with your life, or even what you believe in, right? I know for us moms it's really hard sometimes. We feel judged before we even most of the time we judging ourselves anyway, you know what I'm saying? But we hear those thoughts, and those thoughts of comparison. See, comparison all has an energy. Comparison also has a thought in it. So sometimes we hear these imaginative thoughts in our mind, right? These comparative thoughts, comparing ourselves. Come on, moms. I know y'all feel me. If y'all feel me, put y'all hand up in the chat. I know I'm not the only one. Where if you're a mom, you felt like you've compared yourself at some point to what somebody else was doing, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, whatever the case might be, but you compared yourself. And those thoughts like, okay, well, they was doing this and X, Y, and Z. And so you feel like you need to live up to that or be that. Maybe it's not that case anymore, but I know a lot of us, I've grown out of that. And it took me a while. It took me years to figure out how to just embrace who I am, where I am, and be grateful of how I'm doing what I'm doing. It didn't matter how many people told me I was a great mom. It didn't matter how many people told me that I was a wonderful person. I had to believe those things about myself. And the reason why it took me so long to believe it is because I allowed my thought to break me more than build me. That's the thing. That is the thing. So you guys, I'm going to do something really special on the part 2. On part 2, we're going to play a game, and it's going to be building or breaking you game. And so in that game, we played a little bit of it this rising on my live. And if you guys ever want to join my live, I'm on Insight Timer. It's an app. You can download it. I'm on there. You can click the link below, and it's really easy to set up a profile if you want to join my lives. But I'm live on Insight Timer on Monday and Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Okay, you guys, and I talk about many different topics. I'll be talking about this Monday, June 15th, if you guys are seeing this before that time, 3 signs you might be afraid of success. And on Wednesday next week, I'll be talking about rejection versus redirection. So I talk about many different things. And by the way, if you guys don't know and it's your first time joining, my name is Iswa. I go by Iswa Unlimited on Insight Timer. This is Iswa Unlimited TV. And as you know, I talk about many different things, whether it's on my podcast or me just talking to you like this. I love talking. I'm a fast talker. I'm also a person that loves knowledge and understanding things. I just said that right. But yeah, you guys, so I just assist people in returning to self, and realizing just how powerful you are with and without the tools that we use every day, and how the power of your mind is one of the most important things that you can control, and that when you do control it, you create your reality, right? You create your desires. Your mind is what unlocks your life, right? So I tell people, if the mind is the key, what's the door? I want y'all to answer that below. If your mind is the key, what is actually the door? And you guys, if you get that answer right, according to like what I have in my notes, what I put, if you get close to it or that, I'm gonna give you a free let me see. Oh, shoot. Here I go using the word free. Dang. I have a couple sessions coming up. If you're a mom, then I'll have you join a free session that I'm doing on June 28th. But if you are not a mom, then maybe June 20th, I have something for you as well. And also June 27th. So if you've been struggling with identity, if you've been struggling with mindset, your confidence, or just embodying the version of you that you know that you're going to become, but you're having a little tough time. You're like, I don't know how to turn my presence into profit. I don't know who I am in this space anymore. I mean, the world is shifting, things are changing, and I'm not really sure. I'm knocked off my horse for a second. I'm trying to get back on. you know, whatever it might be. If you're a little lost, if you need some guidance or something, I'm going to be doing sessions. It's called Becoming Spiritually Hot this summer. And so every Saturday from June 20th all the way into the second week in July, I'm going to be focusing on one topic each Saturday. So if you like more information about that, the link is down below. But you guys, in part 2, I'm going to be breaking down building or breaking you when it comes to your mind and what you're thinking about. Is it building you? Is it breaking you? What is it? We're going to play that game. But before we go into that game, I want to talk to you about 3 ways that you can make your thoughts work for you. Okay? So I know we've all experienced overthinking. We've all experienced talking ourselves out of things. We all experience maybe feeling judged before we even start. Perfectionism, thinking that we're too old or we're still learning or we feel like we're behind. All different type of things. I mean, I can go on and on and on. We've experienced that. But when we take control of our thoughts, these are just 3 things I'm telling you. Amazing things take place after this. People will tell you how they manifested things just like this. They'll tell you all these things, but the most powerful thing is the mind. That is one of the most powerful things, alongside its cousin, action, belief, and knowing. It's cousins, right? All right, let me get to these 3 things, you guys, real quickly. All right, let's see how to make your thoughts work for you. Number 1, you guys, is question the thought. So when a thought comes up, question it. Is it from my past? Does it represent past, or does it represent present? Ask that question, because a lot of thoughts that filter through us throughout the day, they're based on the past, not the present moment. So you want to ask yourself that question. Another question you could ask yourself is this building me or breaking me? That's easy. Another one you can ask yourself is this really true? Because some thoughts that we have in our mind, believe it or not, they aren't even true. What I mean by that is you could think that somebody is, we assume. Y'all know how assuming is. We assume certain things, right? And we're just like, oh, I think this person think that way, or I think this is going to happen, or I such and such and such. Is that true or not? If it's not true, leave it. Leave it. Okay? So those are questions. So number 1, question the thought. While you're in it, question the thought. Number 2, give your mind a new job. Okay? So also what I like to use that as an example of, let me see, how can I give an example? Give your mind a new job. So if you're thinking about one thing that doesn't make you feel good, this is easy. I tell my kids this too. I'm like, I just told my son this rising actually. He was kind of down. He was thinking about something. I was like, listen, the thoughts that you're thinking of right now, does it make you happy? No. Does it makes you not feel good, right? Yes. Do we want to stay not feeling good? No. We're going to give our mind, our thoughts, a new job. We're going to direct it, because we are the authors, because we are the directors, because we are the creators of our reality and different things. And some people say co-creators. So whatever resonates with you. But give it a new job. Redirect it. Direct it to the way you want. So start thinking about something positive instead of the negative thing. Remember, with every experience, there is a negative and positive that goes along with it. With every word that comes out of your mouth, people can interpret it different ways, right? So I want you to give it a new job, give it a new place. So I had to redirect my son today so that he can think about the positive things. And I helped him too. I started talking about the positive things. Well, maybe you aren't able to do this thing right now, but I want you to start thinking about all the other things that you can do, which are way more than the one thing that you can't do right now. Right? So I had to go over that. I don't want to go deeper into that because I'll start bringing up all this other stuff, but I hope you got that. Number 3, evidence over emotion. Y'all listen. Same thing, evidence over emotion. Sometimes we get so emotional about things first. That's the very first thing. We be stuck in our emotions. We be stuck in the thought and the feelings of the thing. And that's a lot of times why it's hard for us to let the thoughts go. Is because we're stuck in the emotion of the thing versus the evidence. Did this really happen? Is this really what's going on? Right? That brings me, when I think about that, I just think about being in the past a lot, being in the past thoughts, past emotions about certain things. But when things come up, ask yourself that, you know, the evidence. Is this real? Is this true? Is this what's really going on before I attach my emotions? The reason why I'm saying that, y'all, is because right when you start to attach your emotions to it, then I feel like it becomes really real, right? Think about what evidence says I can do this or I can't do this. What is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like if somebody's like, I survived hard things. They feel like they are going through something, right? Remind yourself, listen, you survived hard things. You grew before, you learned before, you healed before. So you have the evidence of being able to overcome things. You have the evidence of being able to grow, right? Being able to evolve, right? Confidence grows from proof, not perfection. So you look at the proof and the evidence of what you already have, what you've already experienced, to overcome the emotions of what you feel like you don't have, what you feel like you've lacked, what you feel like you've gone through that is hard to get over, whatever it is. I can't think of all the things right now, but whatever it might be, look for that. Okay, so I just want to give you those three. I have a few more. I'm going to save the rest for June 28th when we dive deeper into the mindset. We're going to be talking about the default mode network. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Default mode network. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to also be talking about neuroplasticity. All right, you guys. And basically, you have the right to be able to change your thoughts. You have the right, you have the freedom, you have the ability to be able to change. Your brain is a network, you guys. It's a network that physically can rewire itself based on the things that we just talked about, based on your experiences, your thoughts, and other things that we're going to discuss on June 28th. So you guys, I tried to make this real quick. I just want to drop this in and just see what y'all feel about this. What thoughts that have you been having lately that's been building or breaking you? I want you to leave that in the comments below, you guys. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about it. If I need to come back and do another video in response to some of the comments, I'll come back and do that. But let's chat about this thing and let's kind of see how you know, you guys, we all can help each other to overcome these mental blocks, these things that are continuously keeping us from what we really desire, right? Keeping us from mental peace, from feeling like we're mentally free. Like, I'm just talking about the mind, but it also affects our every area of your life. Every area it affects. So how do we do that? We're going to be talking about that on June 28th. So you guys, if you have been struggling with mental thoughts, if you have been struggling with the things that you've been thinking about, it's been breaking you more than it's been building you, then you definitely want to be there. Okay, so we can talk about that then. So you guys, remember that you are magic. So today, be magical, spread love, share your freaking story. Why? Because you deserve to be heard, and there's somebody out there waiting to hear from you. And I know it because you're special. I know it because you're chosen. I know it because we resonate. We're right here. I already know it. If you on here right now, I already know that your life is going to take off. But guess what? Let's start forming our system. Let's start with the foundation, and the foundation, let's get the foundation right. That's the mind. Let's get the foundation, because once you take control over your mind, there ain't nothing that can come on. Once you reprogram your brain, there ain't nothing that can come against that baby, because you got the foundation set. You don't already let that stuff go. And when things start coming up, you know exactly what to do. When things start coming up, you know exactly how to move those thoughts over here, how to let those thoughts go, how to replace them, how to look for the evidence, how to question things. You already know what to do. So y'all, listen, you know how to give your mind a new job. You know exactly what to do. You can choose when you get upset at that person for doing such and such. You can choose to get upset or to not. We have the power to choose whether we are going to let this thing really bother us, really stop us, hold us back, or not. We got the power to do that. So I'm just gonna put this out here right now. I really would love for my husband to come talk to y'all, because I learned a lot of things about the mind from him. I'm gonna see if he will join me on a live, and I will see. I'm gonna have to talk to him about it. I don't mean to put you on the spot, babe, but I'm gonna have to, because I think it's an amazing thing to talk to someone who's had a strong mind from childhood. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's different. I think a lot of us, we go through things in childhood, but then, you know, like we're still dealing with that over and over and over, and we're learning how to take control of our mind and not to live in the past mentally, right? So that our action that we take on a daily basis doesn't represent the past. And if you're here right now, listen, that just means that you're ready, that you've been ready. You've been ready. You just didn't know you was ready yet. So I'm just confirming that you're ready. And you're like, well, yeah, Iswa, I've been ready. If you're ready, then let's go. Now, not later. Let's do it. I'm going to see y'all on the 20th or the 27th or the 28th. I'm going to see y'all soon. I'll see y'all in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and also comment and let me know what's been breaking you, what's been building you. All right? Peace.